since you come from the rock world and you're playing songs that you have to have memorized in your head, you don't have charts. It's not very rock and roll to have charts. The Antigone Rising stage. You wouldn't want to be playing with, opening up for Aerosmith and having charts. It's not cool.
So not cool.
Did you memorize Head Over Heels after a while? Did you memorize Little Shop? And do you keep the music up there for reference, or do you actually read it? What's your mode of operations in a pit?
Just, from doing it over and over again, obviously you will retain a lot of that. I didn't make a deliberate attempt to get off book, to go home and work on it so much that like I could memorize it and get off book. For me, because there are so many, because of said moving parts that I referenced earlier, vast amounts of moving parts, I find it possible and maybe even likely that something could happen at any moment to sort of throw you and jar you. And that could, again, this is just me, if I'm trying to, be off book entirely, it could throw me to a point where I might feel vulnerable without having my ink in front of me. So my charts are always up. Some moments I do have memorized and I'm not reading, I'm just playing, but it's open and it's there. So it just really depends on the tune. It depends on the moment. It depends on the section or the passage. What I'm playing, if I feel like I need to look and be focused on precision, I might want to take my eyes off to make sure that I'm like the wood blocks that I mentioned or something like that. I have to get to a triangle, even though I'm using my Miller machine, I still have to look to make sure I hit it in the right spot and all that kind of stuff. So there is a certain element of knowing it well enough to be able to get your eyes off the book. And for subs too, like you should know what you're playing well enough that you can get your eyes off to check in with the monitor and check in with the MD, and get back to your ink. Like you shouldn't be a slave to that. You have to look kind of a thing every second. Not to say that you have to be off book to go sub a show. I just mean you should be able to go back and forth. You should know it well enough to be able to do some of that, especially in moments where you need to get cues, right? So I just don't feel comfortable being off entirely.
Thank you for watching the Broadway Drumming 101 YouTube channel. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon so that you'll be notified when a new video is released.